Hi friends, welcome to my new video. Today we are going to discuss about the 10 common causes that leads to damaging your brain. What are all the 10 major causes? So let's go.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What is the first common cause? The first common cause is hearing music, because when you hear music that will makes you more happiness or more happy. But when you hear music for continuously by using your headset at high volume, that will leads to damage to your cognitive center. When the cognitive center get damages, that will leads to symptoms like lack of proper concentration. So this is the first common cause that will leads to damage your brain health. And the second common cause is overeating. Overeating persons may get a disease commonly called as increasing cholesterol level. So when the cholesterol level increases, that will leads to get diseases like Alzheimer's disease. So when the person got into a Alzheimer's disease or get the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, that indicates your brain is also damaging. So this is the second common cause that will leads to damaging of your brain. And the third thing is lack of proper sleep. Usually a person needs about 7 to 8 hours of a sleep per day. But in some persons, lack of proper sleep and sleep deprivation may leads to a damage to your cognitive center. So when the cognitive center damages, that will leads to damaging of your brain and you may get overstress. And the fourth thing is sunlight. A sunlight is essential to get the main vitamin called as vitamin D. So if a person have lack of or deficiency of vitamin D, that will leads to the proper release of serotonin. A serotonin is a happy hormone that mainly requires for every person or every human. So in the sense, if there is a deficiency of vitamin D, or if you are not exposed to proper sunlight for less than 30 minutes, that will leads to this kind of, or that will leads to your brain damage. So this is the fourth common cause. And the fifth common cause is stress. Stress can also damage your brain health, because a stress can be classified as long stress and short stress. In long stress, mainly the example is loss of a job, a losing of someone, that will also leads to a disease or condition called as depression. So this depression may also leads to your damaging brain. So you have to note that you have to get rid of your stress. If you have long term stress, you have to visit your nearby doctor. So this is the fifth common cause that will leads to damaging your brain health. And the sixth common cause is following a sedentary lifestyle. If a person who always follows a sedentary lifestyle without doing any physical activity for more than 30 minutes, that will leads to lack of proper oxygen supply to your brain. So if your brain doesn't get a proper oxygen supply, that will also leads to this damaging of your brain. So you have to do a physical activity for more than 30 minutes in a day. And the seventh common cause is negative thoughts. If you always think negative, that will also leads to deficiency in boosting capacity of your brain. So how to get rid of these negative thoughts? Mainly you have to think positive. Positive thinking will be helpful to increase the boosting capacity of your brain. So remind that thinking negative also damage your brain health. And the eighth common thing is gossiping. It is interesting because you may think that how this gossiping will damage your brain health. Mainly during gossiping, a hormone released called as cortisol. The cortisol will also cause damages to your brain. So you have to be very careful while gossiping. And the ninth common thing is smoking. Smoking always negative to a human health. So in the sense, during smoking, that will also leads to shrinkage of your brain. So you have to be very careful. If you are a smoker, your brain health gets damaged also. And the last thing is food and water. You know, food and water is essential for proper maintenance of your brain health. But in some persons, mainly in the young generation, mainly they are following junk foods. So these junk foods also leads to lack of proper nutrition to your brain. So you have to be very careful and you have to take good nutritious food according to your brain health. And the water. Water is always essential for a human being. So if you are maintaining a dehydration status, that will also leads to damaging of your brain. Water is essential for proper maintenance of your brain health and also your body health. So that's all about the 10 causes that will damage your brain. You have to be very careful and you have to note that these 10 causes will leads to damage of your brain and also leads to a disease called as Alzheimer's disease. Next day I will reach you with another topic. Thank you all. Have a nice day.